Hey everybody, welcome back to Hot Rod's Recipes. Today I'm going to show you how to make another old family recipe of mine. This one is for date squares, also known as date bars depending on where you live. Imagine a delicious date filling sandwich between crunchy oat mixture. A lot easier to make than you would expect. Let's get cooking. Okay, so let's get the oat mixture made here. So old-fashioned oats, flour, brown sugar, let's add some salt, baking soda, baking powder. Finally, let's add a stick of butter. There we go, and there's a stick. And I like to mix this up by hand, gloved up, but you can use obviously a spoon, spatula. I just find I have a little bit more control when I do this. Okay, that looks pretty good. So now what we want to do is use about half of this for the base of the date squares. All right, so this is a lightly greased 9x13. So I'm going to use about half of this. You're gonna have to eyeball it here. Let me get this packed down to see where I'm at. Okay, a little bit more. You're gonna want to make sure that there's no holes or anything because we're going to be putting the date filling on top of this and you don't want it leaking out. Okay, that looks about good. Looks like I got good coverage here. Right, now we're going to set this aside while we make our date filling and then come back and put the rest of the oat mixture as a topping. Okay, so we got our saucepan here. Let's add about a pound of chopped pitted dates. Let's add some water. And finally, let's add some vanilla extract. In my case, I'm using my homemade vanilla extract. If you're interested in making your own, I'll drop a link in the description to my homemade vanilla extract. And also these really cool, I don't know how well you can see it, amber bottles I use to gift homemade vanilla extract to friends and family every Christmas, at least to those that like to bake. Okay, so let me flip this around since I'm right-handed. So this is one of those recipes where you're going to have to watch it as it starts getting mushy. You don't want the dates to stick to the bottom. And what we're shooting for here is where you got a mushy kind of consistency and most all the water is has been absorbed or evaporated. Okay, so this is looking pretty good here. Almost all the water has been absorbed. I know it's hard to see with the steam, but I'll let it go a few more minutes here. All right, this looks just about ready. You can see how we started with a lot of water and how mushy they've become, where I can move it with the spatula and they stay in place. So that looks pretty good. So I'm going to take this off the heat now, and then we're going to load up our date square mixture on top of the oat mixture. Okay, so we have the baking dish that we previously made with half of the oat mixture, and now I'm just going to spoon the date filling all over the oat mixture. Just one more scoop here. That's it. Now I'm just going to use my spoon to move this around and cover the oats as best I can. Okay, so I'm happy with that. The coverage, not perfect, but good enough. And now I'm gonna put the remaining topping over the date filling. You're going to want to press down gently, but you do want some crumbs for once it's done baking, and when you eat it, you want kind of that nice oat crumb mixture. So let's get this. There's just a little bit left. I want to make sure I cover all the dates. Here, last one. Okay, I like that. Time to stick it in the oven, 325 for about 45 minutes or until the top is browned. All right, she is done. Now look at that. Hard to tell, but that has a nice browned up, firmed up crust on top. And so now we're gonna let it cool almost completely before we cut it. If you try to cut it now, it will break apart and fall all over the place, which is not what you want. So we'll let it cool, and then we'll check back in. All right, now look at this. They've cooled. When I cut them, and they just look absolutely delicious. Let's grab this one and show you. Of course, I still have some of that crumbly oatmeal. Like I told you, don't press down too much. Now it's time for a taste test. Just like I remember them. Thanks for watching. And there you have it, another great recipe. Before you go, I picked out another video of mine that I think you'll like right up here. And I'm going to let YouTube pick a video that it thinks you will like right over here. Thanks again for watching.